Hey gang, 2 days ago I decided that I wanted to put myself through torture, so I watched a Spider-Man fan film called Spider-Man Lotus made by Gavin J Knop. And if I had to sum it up in one word, it's You think it's because he's racist or a bad director? So this fan film has gotten a lot of traction off of its first trailer because, to be honest, the suit looks good. Let's just be honest, that's the only reason it got traction. It grew a following before some controversy up ahead happened. And those followers, funded the entire film, basically. They raised over, 100K, and this is what we got. That build up for what? I know it's a fan film, but do a somersault or something. No, but really, you couldn't even do a backflip. If I land a backflip in this small ass area, you have to subscribe and like the video and turn notifications on, because 50% of you aren't subscribed. I'm not doing that, don't worry. I do cool tricks for you to subscribe. I'm gonna bust my fucking ass, but if I do, it's gonna be really funny.
2 seconds later.
I'm scared. I don't have room.
12 seconds later.
I can't, dude. Fuck! Ah! I'm moving everything. I'm not trying to hit this fucking big ass air conditioning. I'm gonna hit my foot on this shit. Do I do it this way? I'm gonna hit my laptop. What the fuck?
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
I can't, dude. I could do a backflip, but there's not enough room, guys. Don't look at me like that. Subscribe for the effort that I tried to do it in here. Look, there's gonna be a clip of me doing it. Before the movie came out, the actor who plays Spider-Man, his name is Warden Wayne, and yes, I am aware that is the most cop-like name you could ever have. He was outed for being racist, so that just adds to the cop-like name, to be honest. And not that soon afterwards, Gavin J Knop, the director, was outed for the same gross, vulgar, piece of shit behavior. There's the messages. Get off my dick. Racism aside, the movie's fucking bad. And all of this controversy caused the team behind all the CGI to quit. Good on them, but it made this movie suffer, a lot, so you can't really separate the art from the artist when this directly affects the art. It's a little stupid to release it after this, but I'm gonna elaborate on that later. But look, Spider-Man background. I know what I'm talking about. You can take me seriously. Both Gavin and Warden made their apologies, but I'm just gonna speedrun this part because two pretentious white guys being racist, not really new to me. Warden basically said, well, I grew up in a small conservative town. I just grew up in a small right-wing area, so it's not my fault. Yeah, he definitely listened to Try That in a Small Town by Jason Aldean before he wrote that. Bad song, as well as bad movie, and bad actor. It all checks out. And Gavin apologized, but it came off more like it was I'm sorry that I got caught, and then he's, released the movie, no recast, and yeah, I'll elaborate later. It's movie time.
More action than even Spider-Man can handle.
The movie starts in the way that no movie should, but every fan film does. New York B-roll and I guess you're wondering how I got here dialogue.
Well, I'm not quite sure where I should start. When I think about you, I don't know. God, it was so much easier then. The world wasn't so upside down. I felt like my biggest problem was making it to an 8 o'clock movie. Who knew how fast we'd all miss it? was gone before we could blink.
Peter's basically saying that he wishes he had more time with someone, foreshadowing that he loses like a loved one later on. But that leads him to ask one question.
I guess we're all left wondering where the golden days had gone.
Whoa, hey, whoa, hey, whoa. What do you mean by that? What are you trying to say? Hey, what? Then we get a Elon Musk Cybertruck playtest commercial.
If you think you're gonna find a bargain at Big Bill, you can kiss my ass. It's our belief that you're such a stupid motherfucker. You'll fall for this bullshit. Guaranteed.
Turns out that Cybertruck had baddies in it, and Spidey's gonna stop it. He's gonna do Spidey stuff now. Oh, never mind. They just parked in an alley. That swinging scene was great, but again, none of the credit goes to Gavin, of course. That was literally the CGI team, you know, before they left. Also, what crime did they even commit? Is Spider-Man about to beat people up for speeding? Man, Warden really can't get away from that cop energy, huh?
Double kill.
No, he really can't get rid of that cop energy. Yeah, no, those people are dead. They're dead. They're gonzo. Spider-Man, I don't know if you know this. You're not supposed to do that. Just a hunch. The fourth guy in the car was shocker, but that just includes bad quips and boring fighting scenes, as you saw previously. And he gets webbed up and never seen or heard from again. So they spent money on that costume just to be showed one time. Smart budget decision. But before we move on, Shocker said this one line that I replayed like 4 times because the delivery was oh so funny.
You alright? You good? You straight and chilling, right? Man? Get up. Come on out, Spider-Man, Spider-Man, Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Spider-Man. Come on, Spider-Man on 33rd Street. Gavin, there's such a thing as a redo. You could do that. You could do that. Time passes and Peter arrives to meet up with the other main characters of the film, MJ, Gwen, and Harry, at the theater. And Harry decided that our boy, with the hard B, Peter, isn't the only one that has something racist to say.
How you been, buddy? Couldn't be better. Hey, what do you think of the Fu Manchu, huh? There's nothing there.
Anyways, Gwen is clearly upset with Peter that he showed up late.
Gwen, I tried to get here on time. I really did.
But your bike was stolen, you're stuck at the Bugle, you're studying late, something like that, Peter?
So she makes herself distant from Peter and the group. Bad line alert! Bad line alert! And this is when I knew the film was gonna be bad. This is when I knew the film was gonna be bad. Like, the CGI was mid, but it's a fan film, so I don't really care that much. But dialogue is free. Listen to this line that MJ says as they're showing that, like, Gwen is being distant from Pete.
Guess who we saw in the theater today? Flash Thompson, Liz Allen.
Never gonna last.
No. In a shoe game, absolutely embarrassing.
Hold on, I'm getting a call. Give me 1 sec. No! Mr. Knop is 19, by the way, but he's writing like he's on the brink of being a boomer that writes for Disney Channel and makes references like a decade after its prime. Why? And this is with multiple lines in the movie. It feels like he's just never changed the script during production, because, you know, sometimes a line doesn't sound good aloud, or an actor didn't portray it the way you wanted to, or it came off robotic, or it was cringe. Could have tweaked it to this generation, maybe. That's all I'm saying. Now I'm gonna move on from this line because I'm talking about it too much. Speaking of generational gap, like, all of the characters are dressed how they were in, like, the 60s eras in the comics, which would be cool if, like, the rest of the environment matched that, but it's clearly modern. And ironically, that's a better movie. Alec Baldwin, you have my heart. That was weird. It's not just confusing, but it's like, it's a distraction from, like, everything else, and they kind of, like, stick out like a sore thumb. Well, sometimes. Most of the time, they're not lit correctly because the lighting is not good in this movie. Hey, man, you're making a movie. Turn the exposure up. Peter says let's go and grab some dinner, and Gwen is still clearly not in the mood, but Peter has a plan, so he goes and gets Harry to convince her to come back. Let's see how that goes.
Hey, wait a minute. It's barely too late.
Spider-Man.
I don't know.
No, come on, I'll pay for you guys. Completely on me.
Harry.
I know the perfect place, too.
Spider-Man.
I
Go
just...
ahead, go ahead. Best sandwiches in New York.
Spider-Man.
Oh. Okay. That was pretty easy. I'm only bringing this up because that happens quite a bit in this movie. Then we are yet again met with another sad Peter monologue 10 minutes into the movie still, but keep this line in mind. Keep it in your little head up there. Sorry, you have a big head. You watch my video. Big brain. Only big brains watch my video. Subscribe.
The four of us had that rare bond you only get to experience and see every so often. Maybe once or twice in a lifetime.
Oh, so you want to know what Peter's plan is? Hey. You want to know what Peter's plan is? Oh, yeah, he's gonna marry her. Even though Gwen is clearly not in the mood. Hey, I thought Peter was smart. He made web fluid for fuck's sake, but he can't understand social cues. Cringy TikTok POV type beat monologue incoming.
I could have spent our entire lives without getting tired of hearing your voice. The way you understood things, the way you saw people, your passions, your interests, you were perfect.
I hurt my knee. Peter pussies out and the scene fades to black and we are met with a title sequence 15 minutes into the movie. Amazing how Gavin doesn't know what pacing is. This movie is 2 hours long and I'm never getting that back. In the title sequence, it shows that Gwen died off screen, which is honestly great because I really don't want to see Warden's rendition of this.
Stay with me, stay with me. Stay with me, stay with me. You stay with me.
Now I'm gonna stop that scene right there, because I don't want you to.
because you're gonna cry, weren't you?
What? No, I'm not gonna cry. You're gonna cry. If you couldn't tell, it's adapting the story from the comics, which is the night that Gwen Stacy died. So let's just see how he butchers that. So Peter is at Gwen's grave mourning, and MJ shows up to comfort him and, get his mind off of things. And Peter's response is honestly not Peter-like.
You're a joke.
What?
I knew you couldn't handle it.
Couldn't handle what?
Not being the center of attention just for a second. The life of the party loses her spotlight and doesn't know what to do with herself.
That's not true.
It is true. You're so unaware of yourself, it's not even funny. You don't care about people like me and Gwen. She didn't live life like it was a constant game. Maybe if you took a second to think, you could have learned a thing or two from her.
It's just Spider-Man 3 symbiote suit attitude. Yet I don't think Warden would wear the symbiote suit for reasons I won't specify. And look, I know this scene is to trying to portray him going through the stages of grief. So it's him going through anger and blah 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 blah, but it just was not portrayed well in this at all, because it's still nothing that Pete would say, and it's something that happened in the comics, but it was done well in the comics, and he just didn't really. But this scene is so funny when you put the other scene of Peter saying in his monologue, this is a once in a lifetime friendship that you see, it's super rare, and we have a bond like no other type of shit. Over this clip, oh my god, it's just so funny, man. It's so good.
The four of us had that rare bond
Not
you
being
only
the
get
center
to
of attention
experience
just
and
for a
see
second.
every so often.
The life of the party loses her spotlight and doesn't know what to do with herself.
That's not
Maybe
true.
once
It
or
is
twice
true.
in a
You're
lifetime.
so
At the end of his rant, MJ gives Peter a note that is for Spider-Man because he works at the Daily Bugle, so he works with Spider-Man and blah blah blah. That's his excuse for hiding his identity. She leaves and he reads it, and oh no, they're not only taking a good story and butchering it, they're taking two, putting them together, and it's gonna be 2 times as bad. They're also adapting The Kid Who Collects Spider-Man, which, if you don't know, a kid who is mentally ill is basically like a Make-A-Wish kid, and his last wish is to see Spider-Man and spend a day with Spider-Man. So he's really gonna fuck this up. That's so sick. That's sick. That's so sick. That's so cool. This story would be interesting to see on the big screen, but Gavin is directing it, and his
Shoe game, absolutely embarrassing.
So you would think after Peter reads that note, he would go and see the kid, right? No. He actually just goes home. He just goes home. Yeah, we established that Pete's kind of a dick. Peter senses someone was there, but it was just Harry passed out on the couch. Because apparently Harry's been gone for days, which this story didn't really establish at all, because why would Gavin write that? Why would Gavin actually flesh out his characters and make people actually have like some sort of attachment to their characters? Why would he do that? Why would he do that? It's like not how you make like something that's like good just a little bit. You also see Pete look down at something, and that something is pills, but then later on when they start to like right before they go into like theater kid mode and they're just screaming at each other being angry, he looks at the pills again like he didn't see them before.
Harry. What is this? Harry, can you just take a second to listen? It's nothing you have to worry about. I don't have to worry about...
So he like just straight up Warden just fucked up, and like Gavin kept it in.
You abandoned everyone. Please, you're one to talk about abandoning people. It has nothing to do with this. It's about Gwen. Do you realize that? She just died. I know. Then where were you? Why didn't you show up? Listen to me, she had a funeral. Everyone was there. May, Liz, Flash, Jonah, everyone. Yet here you are, running around, doing whatever you want, hiding. My father just died! I thought you of all people would be able to understand that.
Yeah, Pete, did you forget? Did you forget that his dad died? You killed him. There is one thing that Harry says that is just completely right about Peter's, like, portrayal in this entire movie.
You weren't the only person who lost something that day. But you can't admit that because you're too selfish to think about anyone else.
So Pete kicks Harry out of his own place because there was also a line where Harry says, "I let you stay here, so..." Just more Pete being a dick.
I don't owe you anything. I give you this place to stay.
Pete being a douchey bag. But after Peter kicks Harry out, he instantly regrets it. Like, no darman. It's just like, what the fuck? Lazy writing at its finest. Now for the movie's crutch. It's flashbacks. One of many flashbacks. Gavin uses flashbacks in Bad Dreams just for exposition dump because he's too lazy to write it out beforehand, so he just sticks it all in flashbacks that are also in monochrome black and white, which is the most fucking fan film shit you could ever do. Guys, you could tell it's in the past because it's in black and white. Shut the fuck up.
She didn't live life like it was a constant game. Maybe if you took a second to think, you could have learned a thing or two. Cowards. She just died.
Another broken promise.
We have the Green Goblin, or should I say the Green Groomer, like I said in the title sequence, because he's also had really gross shit happen behind the scenes with grooming with underage people working there. Man, this movie has a lot of horrible shit attached to it. But the Goblin decides to do a really bad impression of Jared Leto, Joker. Which leads Peter to wake up because Jared Leto impressions are scary. Just like Jared Leto. So what does Pete decide to do after, you know, having a nightmare of how guilty he feels for Gwen's death, other than make coffee in the worst lighting ever? He decided to watch a flash drive with memories with Gwen and stuff. And when I tell you, this scene lasted too long, it was like almost 4 minutes of Pete watching something with the music getting louder and louder, and he just keeps crying. Like, I get it, he's grieving. I don't mean to be a dickhead, but like, dude, I get it. Man is guilty. You just showed a scene right before that. You just basically just showed the same scene twice, but in a different way. Why? All of a sudden, Peter's grief session was interrupted by sirens, so he's about to do cool Spidey stuff and swing out. Also, You lived here with Harry and you just had your suit in the closet? Ain't no way Harry don't know. He coming to kill you, bro. I'm sorry. You killed his dad. About to suit up? That means it's time for Spider-Man, baby. It's time for Spider-Man. Oh, well, it's Harry, so this scene has to be important to, like, interrupt us from, like, the Spidey stuff, right? Spoiler alert. It's not. And at this point, on my first watch of the movie, I was losing my mind. Because this scene is Harry, no lie, no dialogue, walking around New York for, like, another 4 minutes. Why? Gavin, you don't need to use all the footage you recorded. You know, people don't do that usually. But Gavin has to push the time up and drag scenes out because his pretentious ass wanted the movie to be exactly 2 hours. So he had to drag scenes out to make it that time. It made the movie worse. It suffered for that, for your fucking weird perfectionist ego. I don't care. I think I would know that, you know, Harry's sad and grieving that his dad died? What? No. Harry's walking simulator scene ends on the bridge, and guess who happens to be on top of the bridge? It's Spider-Man. It's Spider-Man. So you know how he heard sirens to go stop a crime? He didn't do that. He put the suit on to sit on top of a bridge to guess what? Grieve more. To grieve more. We really needed that? We really needed that, Gavin? This movie is just Spider-Man mourning and grieving in different locations for 2 hours. Too long. Fuck you. Maybe one fight scene. It doesn't have to be top tier. I'm not looking for blockbuster Marvel cinematic shit because it's a fan film, so I don't want to hear that dumb comment like, oh, you're critiquing it, but it's a fan film. You want it to be a movie. No, I want it to be the bar that he set in the trailers that he's shown. He set the expectations. He should meet them, so that's his fault. The most visually appealing things in this movie, aside from the suit, is the CGI, which is what he, like, shows in the trailer and set the expectations with. Man clickbaited a movie. But don't worry, there's a fight scene right here. It just so happens to be taking place in another flashback. Guys, you know he's strong when he places barrels behind the person that you're kicking. That's how you know how much strength he has. I'm this many. Also, there's this shot where he jumps up in the sky like he's about to do some cool stuff, but he immediately gets shut down by Gabi. And honestly, I don't know how he hit him because you can't see him. Why are we in a warehouse? You were on the bridge. The flashback where she died was on the bridge. Why are you in a warehouse? How did you get in there? And I'm not just nitpicking because later on in this fight scene, the warehouse is all like, it's on fire. The entire building is on fire and I still can't see any of the characters in the shot. Do you know that fire produces light, Gavin? Did you know that? And the last thing I'm going to say about this fight scene is Gavin just looked up fire green screen overlays and just copy and pasted all of them. What the fuck is this? It looks like shit. You could have just done without it. It would have looked so much better. Why are you wasting the budget on this stupidest shit? How about get a fucking ring light? There's no light on this guy. What? Building's on fire. Everything is fine. Flashback ends and Peter is still on the bridge. I know you guys are probably saying, but these shots look cool and they look nice. Yeah, they do. They actually look really great. Again, credit to the CGI team and nothing to do with Gavin. 2 or 3 good desktop screensavers doesn't make your movie good. Now look and watch the budget drop as this swing scene plays. Oh, okay. More establishing shots of New York. Thank you, Gavin. I forgot that we're in New York. I literally forgot that we're in New York. You keep telling me that. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting. It's not like we're talking about Spider-Man. Literally just did one swing because they lost all of their money when they did that. Anyways, after the establishing shot that took years off my life, we're met with MJ sitting on top of a rooftop, waving around a cigarette like a wand or some shit. Guys, guess what she's doing? Guess what she's doing? Guys, you'll never believe what she's doing. She's grieving. Like everyone else in the movie. Change the title from Spider-Man Lotus to Spider-Man Mourning. Lotus doesn't even make sense. He called it that because he's like, it sounds cool. You're a shitty fucking director. It sounds cool. Fucking. And don't take this as like I'm against like an emotional approach to Spider-Man and you think like, oh, he only wants action and just Spider-Man and blah, 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 blah. Fight bad guy, blow up, explosion. No, I actually do want an emotionally driven Spider-Man movie because the thing specific about Spider-Man is he's relatable because the things that he's experiencing that every normal person experiences, like grief and turmoil and guilt. He's a normal person. That's like the likability of Spider-Man. But the way that Gavin did it in this movie is just terror. It's just not good. Even if I didn't know about the fucking controversy, right? I would still hate this movie. Them being racist just adds to it. MJ and Flash Thompson start talking and, oh, you don't care? Cool, because I don't either. But keep this line also in your little head. Big head. Sorry. Fuck. Big brain of yours. I'm angry at Gavin and I'm taking it out on you. The way you can take my apology is by liking the video and sharing with your friends. Shameless plug.
I haven't seen Harry in weeks. I don't even know if he's in the city.
You didn't know?
No, what?
Osborn's back in town. Buddy of mine saw him earlier this week.
Really?
Yeah. So anyways, if you see him, tell him I'd like to see him at the party.
Flash. It was good seeing you.
Guess what, folks? Guess what? Spider-Man finally goes to see the kid. You know, the kid, remember that? Remember the whole other storyline that he also incorporated in the movie? He's going to see him an hour into the movie. An hour. The movie is 2 hours. I'm fine. So they have a nice wholesome time. You know, the kid shows him his toys that he somehow drops even though he has spider sense. Redo the scene. And they played a couple of video games, which brings me to the fucked up timeline. In the kids' room, you could see there's all this like fan service shit in the room, like, oh, look at this reference, and they're all like old Spider-Man shit. He even has like the old like 60s fucking Spider-Man show playing in the background on his TV, dude. And the game that they're playing has a copyright that says 2008. How old is Peter? How long has this motherfucker been Spider-Man? Like, it's fan service, but if you look at it from like the reality of just like the movie without all that stupid references, it just doesn't make sense for him to have any of that shit. That would mean Peter is like fucking like 80. But anyways, they're playing a game and Tim says, oh, Tim is the kid. I'm sorry, I didn't mention what his name was. I forgot. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, Spider-Man?
Yeah, Tim?
What happened to the girl on the bridge?
I just thought it was funny how it's just a shot of Spider-Man's ass on the controller. The next scene is Harry at the cemetery, and if you squint real hard, you might see where I want to be buried. How did you know where he was? How did you know? How'd you know? Flash Thompson just said, oh, he's back in town. Would you see him in the fucking establishing shots? The 100th establishing shot in this movie? All right, I'm gonna fucking lightning round the rest of this movie because I want to get this over with. Lightning round. Let's go. We're back in Tim's room and Spider-Man is feeling doubtful and he deadass just trauma dumps on this child, like just straight up. And he just fucking crushes his perspective of Spider-Man. You know, the kid that's like going to die.
Look, I'm not the hero that you think I am. And this, all of this, it's not me.
But you tried to save her. I saw the videos. The Beagle's making up stories like they always do.
It's not the same. There's more to it that you wouldn't understand.
What about these stories? When you stopped the whole Sinister Six by yourself? Or you stopped the whole Brooklyn Bridge from collapse?
These stories, they're just that, stories.
So after he gets done traumatizing that kid, we're back to fucking Harry and MJ in the car in the rain. I don't care about this scene. Fuck off. But here's a funny part because I can put this scene over it again.
Harry, you have to talk to me. I can't help you if you
Help
don't.
me. Why do you care so much? The four of us had that rare bond.
Back in Tim's room, and he's leaving throughout the front door, even though he came through the window. Just go back out the window. Here's what you would think would happen, right? Spider-Man basically, like, fucking destroys that kid's hopes and dreams, but then he goes and fights someone, and he has, like, a character arc through a scene that happens in the movie. No, that would make the movie, like, a little more interesting. You really think Gavin would do that? The mom just says, what the fuck? You just traumatized my kid. Go back to him and tell him you're sorry. Walks back in the room, and he's just like, yeah, Tim, I'm sorry that, you know, I traumatized you before you're about to, like, die and shit. My bad, bro. Fist bump. And then, like, Tim automatically is just like, okay, let me just show you my stuff. He's feeling better because his ego is being raised by Tim showing him this scrapbook of, like, good shit that he's done. And didn't I say something happens where a character is doing something, and as soon as they're verbally told to do the opposite, they just immediately do it. No convincing, just easy. Just like how Harry convinced Gwen. Super easy like that. Same thing with this. Mom just says, hey, Spider-Man, apologize to my fucking kid. He's like, oh, okay. I know I said I was gonna speedrun this. There's still like an hour left. Fuck. I'm trying the fastest I can. Before Peter leaves, Tim asks if he can see his face. And for some reason, Spider-Man is like hesitant, and he's like telling, like, oh, if anyone sees me, they're gonna come after my family. Again, you're guilt tripping this child. Like, I get that that's true, but brother, he's going to die. So he does, blah, 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 heartfelt moment. He leaves. Then we have the ending monologue of the movie where he literally says, Tim taught me something, Gwen. He told me, oh shit, it's not about me all the time. That's like the arc. The antagonist in the movie was Peter being a dick, and he got over being a dick even though he didn't because his ego got boosted. And as soon as another character just tells him something else, he just be like all sad again because that's what this movie fucking does.
And I will always be Spider-Man. Not because I want to, but because I have to. Because out there are people just like Tim. And they need to believe in good.
Oh, you thought that was gonna be a swinging scene? You're fucking funny. We don't have enough budget for that shit. And he was recording the monologue that he was saying throughout the movie, like cut out throughout the movie. He was recording it the entire time. He was recording it for Gwen. I don't want to be an asshole here. I don't want to be you, how you were being in this movie. But she's fucking dead. Who the fuck you sending that to? And then the scene ends with just like the Amazing Spider-Man 2 cliffhanger swinging scene, like just a final swing, which he showed in the trailer. All the cool parts he showed in the trailer to clickbait the fuck out of this boring ass movie. The last thing I need is just one more line that just doesn't make sense and is bad and cringe.
You all right, Tiger?
No! What? There's no reason for you to even say go get him, Tiger. MJ only said that when Peter and them were dating and Gwen just died, so you're just like hitting on him? What the fuck is that? What hello? We just fan service, but in reality it doesn't make sense. Again, whoa, I'm Gavin Knop. That's it. I'm done. I'm done with this movie. That's all I got for you guys. So like, subscribe, all that fun jazz. And thank you for coming to my little corner of the internet. And the last thing I gotta say to you is, get me pictures of Spider-Man.
Wonder